You ready?
Yep.
Okay. What we're pulling out? It is a Monday, holy. Oh, that was a little wiggle. Yeah, well, maybe today's her day. Good morning. It's Monday. I have Carissa with me after a week off. Did you have a good weekend?
Oh yeah.
That's why I give her a week off. She gets refreshed and then she misses me. We actually got ahead of the camera this morning. We got all the females moved in here, all the pens arranged for breeding day. So today we pull our seeders because this is out of season breeding. So I do use seeders as a tool just to help sink the ewes, and I will give them a shot of PMSG just to help them ovulate. And then hopefully this week, despite the heat, it's cooled off a little bit because we had a storm rip through here yesterday. I'm hoping it has cooled them enough to want them to breed. I'm gonna be separating them. I went ahead last week on my Gallagher and organized which rams I want in which group. And so I have them separated into Rideau, my new steel rams, and then the Suffolk Ile-de-France are together. I'm going to throw my little billies. I'm gonna put them with the other Rideau rams, the older ones. Once I get all my pens situated, I'm not relying on them, so their numbers are included, but I've got lots of ram power, needless to say. So hopefully they don't take up females that should be getting bred. That's the only thing. So I'll have to keep a close eye. If I think I guess we'll see. They're 7 months old, so they should be okay sexually. I was gonna do a ram evaluation on them, but I ran out of time. So I have that scheduled for September with my vet, and I'll do them and that one steel ram. So the Rideaus, steels, and the Suffolk Ile-de-France are gonna be in their own pens, breeding their own specific targeted females. So we're gonna go ahead and start running them through. We're gonna put on some gloves. We're gonna pull the seeders and then give them an injection of PMSG, which in this case is Norvamorn. You've seen me do this before, so I'm not gonna, you can go back through some old videos. I'll give a 2.5 milliliter dose. Your dosage is very dependent on the weight of your animals. I go by I don't really weigh my ewes very much, or at all. So I always kind of go by my last shipping. So they weigh them at the stockyard, and I just sent some last week. So I just do mine based on that average weight, because some of them are quite heavy and some of them are quite light. So if you get an average, it's probably a good idea of how your ewes are weighing up, and then you do a dosage based on their body weight. So don't just do the dosage that I say, really always go by how your animal is and what it weighs. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. We got everything set up. We got the Gallagher set up, ready to go. I'm gloved up. I dropped the bottle already, so I'm already out, I don't know how much. I don't even want to think about it, like $70. So we're not starting off. And nothing's charged, so I had to plug everything in. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so that's what we're pulling out. Some farmers do use these again. I think they clean them off and put them in a paper bag, a brown paper bag, and keep them in a really dry, cool spot. I just don't. I'd rather just, if I'm gonna spend the money on cedar, I guess you could use it if they're in season and you just want to sink them. That would be a real economical way to do it, and then you get 2 uses out of these. But I have never done it personally, so I'm just going by what other people have done. Here's the Norvamorn. I would typically use an auto doser, but mine I think is leaking, and I just don't want to take the chance that they're not getting the proper dose. So I'm just going to do it by hand. There's not a very big group, so it shouldn't take too much longer if I don't drop another one. Just kind of make sure I don't do the wrong one. bad one behind them. Crazy. All right. Okay, now we'll scan them, and you can be my sprayer. Let's do Rito green. I'll just say green, purple, blue. Okay. And then I gotta just
a dot. Right?
What's that?
The dot
on the back.
Okay.
Yeah. So what Chris is going to do is spray kind of a nice round circle on the back end of the ewes. I use that to mark them when the rams mount. So the ram will mount her and wipe off the mark. It's the opposite of a marking harness. I feel like I've said this a million times. I'm sorry if I'm repetitive, but yeah, I don't use a marking harness just for sheer number of rams. There's just too many to service, and I've already ripped through my glove. It's gonna be, it is a Monday, holy. Oh, and it's so sweaty, it's so hard to get on. It's like putting on a wet bathing suit when you're wet. Oh, I can't even get it on. Not cool. Good enough. All right, what's the best way to do this? Because this is plugged in. You're gonna have to maybe scan, and I'll just yell out to you. Can you hold everything?
Yep.
Okay. Scan away. Scan the first one.
Oh, I'm taking that on.
All right, we will do Ilda France Suffolk. Let's do that color blue. Blue? Nope. Yeah, blue. 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 Okay, so we have 3 colors, so we're going to separate them into the 3 pens. Come on, guys, get up. Oh, that one. I think the last 2 were blue. Yep, blue, blue. There.
And then I have to do that.
So blue, blue. Oh, you haven't scanned her? Yeah, you scanned her, didn't you?
No,
oh, no?
This.
Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, that one's purple. So we're just putting the rams in their pens. We got all the ewes sorted. Took a little longer because I screwed up. So that's nice. I put one group in twice, so I think everything's good. But yeah, the boys are now getting together with the girls. So far, I don't think there's a lot of things going on. So it's a few hours later. I just want to slip in just to see if there's any activity. So this is day 1. I just put the rams in, so technically there shouldn't be much action for the first 24 hours. Like, you might see some at about 18 hours, 18 to 24, but I do see some sniffing and some teasing. But I don't see much jumping. So I have a very tight heat schedule. They're only going to be in heat probably starting tomorrow, and then likely ending maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. And then they get pulled, the rams will get pulled, and when I pull the cedars off the next group, they get put with those ewes, and then about the week after that, I'll put all the groups together in their breeds. So that's kind of the plan. Hi, Billy. What do you think? You're so little. What do you think? He's so funny. I might just have this video for the week and give you like daily updates, because I want you to see how the breeding changes from day to day when you use cedars. I think that's pretty important. When I separate these videos, it's really hard to understand how each day changes. So yeah, all the Ritos are marked green. Suffolk Ile-de-France are all together in that pen, and then the steel rams are in that far pen. Oh. Not me. No, not me. I love you. Not me, you silly Billy. What? You talking to me? You are quite a thing. You're just a puppy. I will keep you updated tomorrow. Okay, we're on day 2. Technically 24 hours since I removed the cedars, because today is Tuesday. We took out the cedars yesterday, Monday. And this morning there was no activity, really. And now the boys are spread out. The Ile-de-France are panting near the, not because it's hot, it's not that bad today. But I think there's a few ladies that have started their heat. Look at this guy. Look at him. I don't know what they're doing, but it's hilarious. I think they all want these guys. Sometimes I look at the chest of the rams, and if they're blue, like that guy's got a blue chest. Typically that means they've been mounting. This is really good to see you guys. Oh, they make me laugh. So this can be a little bit of a problem when there's only a few ewes in heat and all the boys can sniff them, and then they kind of fight. So I'm hoping when you cedar, the good thing about cedering, there's a lot that come into heat at the same time. So hopefully they get a little more interested. They do not look interested at all. I don't know why, but breeding season makes me laugh. Oh, here we go. So see how that's been smeared? So she's been mounted, which is good. What about you three? Okay? Hey you guys, so this is exactly, it's about 26 hours since I pulled the cedars. So there's a lot to starting. Some down there. Okay. I would say popcorn. What about you? You look smeared too. And that one. Oh, that was a little wiggle. So we did get a little bit lucky today. The temperature has cooled right off. I don't know, it is seriously a gift from God because they were not calling for this at all in the forecast. So last night just kind of cooled off. Today I was wearing a hoodie. This morning I'm wearing pants underneath my coveralls. So it's, thank goodness, it is supposed to creep up, and by the weekend it's supposed to be hot again. So next week, the next week's group, the second group to get bred, might be a different story, but I'm very thankful for these cooler temps because it does help for getting them in the mood, so to speak. Let's go check that steel pen, see how they're doing. How are you guys doing? We got some interest. So she's definitely been mounted. Because her paint's kind of smeared versus like this, like that has not been mounted at all. So that's the update for Tuesday. So a lot more activity than there was yesterday, obviously. So a lot of people ask me, you know, can you just put your rams in as soon as you pull those cedars? I have been. I have pulled them out once when I saw that there was no ewes ready and the rams were just chasing them like mad. That's the only time I've ever taken them out and put them in 24 hours later. But for the most part, they don't really bother, and especially yesterday was hot, so they didn't waste their energy really if the ladies weren't interested. So it's a good question, but yep, I typically put the rams right in as soon as I pull out the cedars. So, but everybody's different. Okay, you guys, it's the next day. It's Wednesday. There's some smearing, but this pen is relaxing right now. Not a whole lot going on. But the Rito pen, there's a lot of smeared green. A lot of smeared green. That you got smeared really good. Look at the difference. So that one, not so much. And this one, yeah, well, maybe today's her day. I know it seems weird, but I do love watching the behavior and the science of sheep, because this is exactly what the cedars are supposed to do. They're supposed to make these ewes have strong standing heats about 24 to 36 hours after you pull those cedars. So when you actually see it happen, it's just, well, it's a bit validating, of course, because I was afraid it's too hot. But look at this one. Look at her green. And all the rams, look at all the green on the rams. Like it's all over their bodies. So they have been enjoying themselves. Ruby, what have you been up to? Ruby's turning green. You were not in the mood yesterday, but something's happened. You're so cute. So I am really happy with the action. Now, as long as the action equals babies, because they might be in heat and the boys might be doing all the right things, but as long as their little boys are swimming and doing their right things, then I'm not convinced that it's still going to be a successful breeding group. But at least this part is happening. Like, it's busy. They're a bit of a tease. Good afternoon. We are on, okay, so today's Thursday, so it's been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's been 3 days since the boys have been doing their thing. There's a few stragglers, but I am going to say for the most part, breeding is kind of done. I saw nothing this morning, no activity at all. Yesterday afternoon was crazy, which you guys saw. And today I just have a lot of smearing. There's a few ewes that have missed, so I'm hoping if they don't get bred today or tomorrow that they'll get bred their second cycle. I'll go into that in a sec. I'll show you some back ends and see what you guys think. So that one's definitely smeared, kind of smeared around the outside, but I'm not sure. I would say that one's maybe not. See how dark blue that is? I would like compare that one to this one. I would say that one did not probably get bred. Okay, as for Team Green, which is the Ritos, they look really green. Popcorn? You got a lot of smearing here. So some of these had blue originally, and then I screwed up and we used green on top. So they've already gotten the green right off, and now it's all blue. So she's been mounted. Look at this view. She's like been rubbed. That one's good. That one's right down to the blue. Ruby's chilling. It's been a hard day's night, Ruby. Smeared. There's only 10 U's in this group, so it should be easy to see. A little bit smeared, but pretty dark. I would say you're smeared. This one does not look smeared at all. And she's already got a line, so she's a redo. So she gets another redo, she has to go. I would say that one got smeared. So yeah, so far this one and perhaps that one looks pretty dark too. So maybe 2 out of 10. I don't know about you guys, but in school, if I got 8 out of 10, I'd be pretty happy with that. I have to say that I'm really happy with the activity that I'm seeing. It makes, you know, the money that I put into a cedar and to that PMSG, it means that it's done its job. So the point of using those tools is to help get them into heat. Definitely the cedar more just to synchronize the heat so they're all in heat at the same time. But the PMSG is definitely the thing that kind of like drops their eggs and gets them to ovulate. So what I'm seeing is the U side of this whole breeding group, she's done her job. She's doing what I want her to do, except for those few, and the rams are doing their job. It will all be whether this hot weather affected their sperm. So we won't know that until the scan. So next step for this group, I will pull my next group. So I have the group of ewe lambs and the group that goat is in. Goat the ewe. They will get pulled Monday, those cedars, and they will get a shot of PMSG, same thing I just did for this group. And then I have to run all those groups through, take out the rams, and put them in the pens designated for the other ewes groups, and then they will breed for the next 7 days. And then after that 7 days, what I will do is combine the ewes and rams together, that need the same rams, and those rams will just basically clean up. That will be all over when 21 days after the second group got their rams in. So that's kind of the scoop on this breeding group. It's very complicated. It takes a lot of brain space, and it takes a lot of organization because I have so many breeding groups going on at the same time and different breeds. So definitely relying on my tools and my planner to make sure I get my dates right. These guys will get scanned in September, and we will see if all this work and all this money will pay off. And if it does, then we're gonna have a lot of fun at Christmas for some more Christmas babies. So stay tuned for that, and I will keep you guys posted every step along the way. Guys, thank you so much for being here and for putting up with me doing all these sheep management things. I know it's not interesting for a lot of you. That is the day. I am now heading out to begin wheat harvest again. Take care. Thanks for watching.